Married at First Sight Australia, Season 13, Episode 27. It's part 2 of the feedback week, baby. It's a vibe. One of our favorite couples, they're not doing too good, man. Oh, and one of the couples packs their bags and leaves the experiment. Let's talk about it. Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Elisa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet, another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mella, Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but it's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce, this the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened like back to back. Let's go, bro. So it's feedback week. The couples swap partners, they get to hang out and hopefully get like an outside perspective, new insights into their relationship. Steve-O gets matched up with Elisa. She's like, yo, Rachel's into you, bro. She is feeling you. You just need to take the lead and jump her. Steve was like, yeah. Steve doesn't have any tough love advice to give Elisa. He just lets her know, like, yo, David's a good dude and he's super into you. He's always saying nice things about you. You know, he's got your back. You got a good one there. Elisa goes back to the crib, you know, telling David about how pleasant her encounter was with Steve-O. David's like, yo, okay, you won't believe who I got hooked up with. She's like, nah. He's like, yeah. Back, bro, back. Elisa's like, cool. I'm guessing you didn't talk about the text or nothing. Because I told you, right? I told you. I said, hey, just in case you get matched up with Beck, don't talk about them texts because I want to be the one who confronts her on it. You don't want a girl-to-girl thing. David's like, she's like, yo, we spoke about this. He goes, yo, to be fair, she sprung it up on me. And, you know, she was acting like she didn't say nothing crazy in the text. And I just couldn't let that slide. Elisa's upset at David, but she's just upset in general, you know what I'm saying, about the horrible things that were said about her. Danny gets back to the crib and tells Beck that Gia didn't show up. She's like, wow. Beck's like, well, I got matched up with David and it was brutal because Elisa and him have seen the texts. They've seen them. She's like, I don't even remember what exactly I said in them texts. And it sucks that they're out there, you know what I'm saying, putting me on blast for stuff I shared in confidence. She's like, I'm just tired of saying sorry over and over again. Danny's like, you're tired. You're tired. Imagine how David feels, okay? Homeboy's here trying to get to know somebody and figure out if they're compatible. And he's having to deal with all this BS. He's like, if you don't want to say sorry all the time, Beck, then stop doing dumb stuff. Which is solid advice, to be fair. We check in on Sam and Chris. And yo, remember how in the last few videos I've described these two as being a power couple, you know, the gay Stella and Philip. Well, turns out I was wrong, guys. I was way off, okay? These two, they might as well go home right now. They might as well pack their bags and dip. So in the last episode, Sam was paired up with Philip, and he opened up to Philip, and he said during the commitment ceremony, Chris spoke about what their lives outside the show would look like. You know, like they'd get a crib in Sydney and travel between Sydney and the farm. And Sam, he felt some type of way because that's the first time he was hearing about these plans. And it made him realize that he wasn't really getting heard in their relationship. And Philip's advice was like, hey man, you gotta speak up, you know, say what's on your mind. So this is Sam taking that advice, trying to holler at Chris, and it goes horribly wrong. He gets shut down with a quickness. It's weird because what they're talking about isn't even that deep, but the way Chris reacts is just wild, like super defensive, super aggressive, super serious. It's all deep, and Sam's kind of taken aback because Chris could have just gone, hey, my bad, bro. I didn't know you felt, you know, super blindsided and whatnot. I was just saying how I thought it could be out there. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I should have chopped it up with you first. My bad. Let's squash it and, you know, go do up some hot gay lovemaking. Yeah, but the way homeboy reacts, Huge red flag. Because being in a relationship isn't just about how you are during the happy, fun times. It's about how you handle disagreement. Everybody loves talking about the 5 love languages. You know what I'm saying? Someone needs to write a book on the 5 argument styles, okay? Oh yeah, speaking of love languages, mine are physical touch and words of affirmation. So if you see me out and about, give me a massive hug and say something nice about me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna melt, you know what I'm saying? I'll hump your leg like a golden retriever. The couples receive the little boxes with questions in them, you know, to kind of test where they're at, you know, like an honesty feedback thing. Stella and Philip jump right into it, okay? First question is, do you see your partner being the mother or father of your kids? No hesitation. Stella's like 1000%. And Philip's like, yeah, you'd make a dope mom. He's like, you'd make an amazing mom I'd like to fondle. Elise and David's question is, if we had to do a long distance thing for a while, how much contact would you expect? That's actually a good question. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a great question. I have something broken in me, okay, when it comes to like time, okay? Like the perception of time. Like you could be my favorite human being in the whole world. Like I love you more than life itself. And I'd still just like get caught up in life and stuff. And you're like, yo, it's been months. I haven't heard from you in ages. And for me, it feels like 0 time has passed by. Like we link up and it's like I just saw you yesterday. That's just like one of my weird toxic traits. And I think like in a long distance relationship where someone needs to feel connected and reassured, that could push them away. It could push them away because they're over there thinking, yo, he hasn't texted. He hasn't called me. He must be cheating on me. Meanwhile, I'm over here writing music, filming YouTube videos, going for walks, nature bathing, watching random documentaries, spending adult quality time with myself. So yeah, it's a good question. David's like once every fortnight, at least for 4 months. And then we'd move to Sydney and move in together. Rachel and Steve's question is, can you see yourself falling in love with me? And Steve was like, yeah, with the way things are going, I can 100% see myself falling in love with you. Beck and Danny get the question, what is one dream or goal of yours that you wouldn't be willing to give up for me? Again, dope question. Danny's like, yo, I'm gonna be real, all right? Me and the boys, yeah, we had a boys trip planned to Rio, you know, before this whole thing. And yo, I'm going on that trip. And then he bursts out laughing like, oh, I'm joking, man, I'm joking. Beck's like, hey, this is serious stuff, man. Danny's like, all right, cool. Seriously. The one thing I wouldn't give up is fatherhood. Okay. He goes, I've always seen myself as a dad, but maybe that's just because, you know, every girl I've been with has called me daddy. Beck is not amused. Look at her face. She's not amused. It's like there's a time and a place for jokes, and him not taking this seriously makes her feel like he doesn't take their relationship seriously. The next stage of the feedback is anonymous letters from the other couples giving them advice and whatnot. Steve and Rachel's letters from Elisa and David, and the advice is for them to get a little more physical with each other, you know what I'm saying? And the letter comes with a little lipstick thingy, and Steve for a second thinks it's like a vibrator. Rachel's like, no, babe, that's just lipstick. The couples go through their letters, taking on the feedback. Well, all of them except for Gia and Scott. Gia's like, I don't need no advice from these people, okay? She rips up the letter. Danny feels a bit bad about not taking the task seriously, so he does up a romantic gesture, you know what I'm saying? He gets her some flowers, some wine, and, you know, he's done up these cute little Post-it notes around the room, giving her compliments. And it's actually kind of beautiful and super sweet, man. Shout out to Danny. But it's kind of bittersweet because when he does stuff like this, right, you see Beck's face just light up, and I can't help but feel bad because when he does eventually break up with her, it's gonna be brutal, man. It's gonna break her heart into a million pieces. Oh, and we end off the episode with Gia and Scott leaving the experiment. Yep, they leave. Gia's not feeling it anymore. She wants to leave, and Scott's like, hey, I got you, let's dip. And they pack their bags and leave. So, that was the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a like. It do be making a massive difference. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll be back with the next joint. Till then, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.